in the game?
I'm kind of at a loss for words. The girls have worked tremendously hard to be at this point in the season, and a lot of credit goes to them. They came out and played, executed the game plan, and we're just over the moon right now. We still we can't believe that we're here and we actually won the game. So, I give a lot of credit to the kids.
Questions?
Why'd you call that timeout? 31 seconds left. Did you kind of want to?
Oh, I wanted to sub the kids in, but one of my players didn't want to come out the game. She was supposed to come out, but yeah, no, we actually just called a timeout to get some kids in the game that hadn't been on the floor yet.
They made a huge run there at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, you came out and kind of Vanessa took over the first minute and a half.
Right.
Was that the game plan to start the fourth, or what'd you say to the girls?
I'll say it over and over again. The beautiful thing about this team is that you just never know who's going to step up and win. All of them have their moments, and it could be one kid the first quarter, and then the fourth quarter, someone else steps up. So, it wasn't necessarily the game plan, but hey, it's kind of the way the cookie crumbled.
For the players, what was kind of going through your mind when the final buzzer sounded and you guys, were state champs?
That we're state champs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Getting here is like walking in and seeing the gym. It was so exciting. And then winning is just game is private. Yeah.
Honestly, just being here, but the opportunity of just playing here was something different. We worked all season to get here, and then actually winning was just it's honestly surreal.
Now, obviously, you couldn't have started the game any better. 8-0 run that first minute and a half. What were you feeling right at that point?
Well, we knew that we had to come out strong, if we started out strong, we were going to finish strong.
Did that help at all? Kind of get rid of the nerves of the big game, and you guys have that?
Now, you guys played a very tough non-conference schedule, out of state, out of country. How much did that prepare you for today?
We faced a lot of tough teams, so this definitely helped us a lot. We were just prepared for anything. We played against teams bigger than us, faster than us, so this game was definitely, we were prepared for it.
Coach, I saw you smile there in the fourth quarter. What was that like?
Oh, it was feeling a sigh of relief, we put a lot of pressure on our kids, and put a lot of pressure on our staff and myself, and, when we got here, first step was to get here, and then, we definitely wanted to win. We didn't want to come here just to, enjoy the gym and the fans, so it was really kind of like this sigh of relief, like, oh, finally. It's been a long time in the making for us.
I guess, sorry.
Okay. I was going to ask about Tamika. You're a graduate of Woodbridge, started out as an assistant, taking on a head coach that first year. I think you won maybe 6 or 7 games.
Right.
It's been. Tell me a little about that, just for you personally, being so much a part of this program as a player, as assistant, and then kind of starting out the way you did,
Right.
And where you've gotten to.
Well, we started out the first couple of seasons winning 5 games, 6 games, 5 games, and there were times where I questioned whether or not this was for me. Maybe I wasn't meant to be a head coach, and I was comfortable with that, but I never worked so hard in my life to accomplish something and not feeling like I'm not getting anywhere, and I always say I changed my focus when I first came in. It wasn't always about winning, it was about getting girls into school and college. But it was we put a lot of time and energy, into this team, as a program, the girls, and a lot of people were with us along the way to support us in our efforts. But those first few years were rough, I'll never forget where we came from and the kids who were with us through that journey. So it's just huge for us.
At the end of the game, I think your biggest hug was with George Washington. He's retiring. What kind of moment was that for you with him?
Well, Coach Walsh was my high school coach. I met him when I was 14 years old, and we got to the state semis my senior year in high school, and we didn't accomplish the goal. And so 20 years later, here we are again, and he was with me the whole way through. He's been my biggest supporter, and even from when he has a heart attack, it was like the roles reversed, and he's just like, he's family to me. So to get here, it was almost like getting here for him also, but it was definitely a moment of just like, wow, we're finally here. It was definitely surreal.
From the beginning of the season, I guess, what would you say are the main things that kind of got you guys, over that hump of, where you were at the beginning of the season to, I guess when you went to New York and where you are now?
Well, I think we started out the season adjusting to the loss of Paris and the loss of Jasmine, some of our key players from last year, and everyone has stepped into a different role. And we struggled at the beginning of the season. Even though we were winning, we still weren't playing what we would like to play, the kind of basketball we would like to play. We went through some adversity in the Bahamas, and then we came back in New York, and it was all of a sudden a light bulb went off, like, okay, now we're clicking. you know, and at that moment I felt like this is probably the best team I've had since I've been coaching here. They were working together and everyone kind of just filled their roles. And that's what makes them so special, is that they appreciate what each other brings to the table. But yeah, I mean, we faced some adversity early, and it was a good thing for us. But the girls that, you know, we talk about all the time, you have to face adversity to kind of get yourself over the hump. So
For Cameron and Taylor, just, you know, losing, you know, your first 3 years here, losing in the quarterfinals, how special is this, you know, just kind of that kind of road, and now being here, how special is that? Even more special does it make this?
Being like starting as a freshman and knowing that I was part of like a great program, finally getting here is like kind of an emotional feeling for me, because like we all work so hard, and I know how hard my team works, and I know how much work they put in to get here to finally win. It's something different. Like it's a different feeling for everybody, and I can't even imagine what Woodbridge has in store for the next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to do it with any other group. I loved them to death, and I'm just so happy that we were able to be the first seniors to accomplish this.
This is for any of you. Did you all feel like you, coming into the season with the loss of Paris, the loss of Jasmine, you had the makings of a state championship team, or was it something that moved more to the forefront of your mind as the season went on and things started to fall more into place?
Well, I definitely thought we had a state championship caliber team.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah,
Because from the new team coming in, yeah, they all ready to work hard. So.
Everybody knew they had to step up into something different this year, and everybody felt that challenge.
Definitely during the preseason, we would have like spurts of when we were just playing great, like things that like nobody else is doing, and like I knew if we could like pull that together into like one good game, there's no way anybody could stop us.
Question for Aaliyah. You finished with 16 points tonight. That gives you 1,000 exactly for your career.
Mm-hmm.
Just your feeling on accomplishing that personal milestone on a night when your team wins its first ever state championship.
It feels great. I knew coming into the game that I needed 16 points, and I was working hard to get there, but I wasn't trying to do too much with like forcing anything. But I think it feels good.
Coach, you outscored them 20-1 in the fourth quarter. I mean, 4-time state champ. I know you got a lot of great games, but was that your best stretch of basketball? And if so, as a coach, how gratifying is that to do that on this stage?
I mean, yeah, definitely gratifying, and you know, like they're capable of doing that, you know, every game. I mean, we have a ton of talent, and they're very capable of doing. They could have probably done that the whole entire game, but of course, you know, your mistakes happen, and you know, you can't go through a game without having some adversity. It's just inevitable. But I mean, I think they realized what was at stake, and we kept telling them like, look, one quarter, you know. And I think they played with that type of mindset, like, okay, this is one quarter, we got to gut this out. You know, we started in August. We went to the Boo Williams East Coast Review. We've been at this since August. You know, so I think for it to all come down to one half of basketball, I know in the back of in the mind and subconscious, they're thinking like, okay, we got this. You know, and you could definitely tell when they were playing the game. A lot of focus.
Good deal.
Anything else? No?
Good deal.